Got a new Sly Cooper game isn't in development by Sucker Punch. Tom Henderson over Insider Gaming.
It's a bit of an anti-rumor, isn't it?
I was just like, oh, this is weird. Of course it's not. Because they're working on Ghost of Tsushima 2. Dude, who thinks a Sucker Punch game is, or right now Sucker Punch would be working on a Sly Cooper game? They passed off the last Sly Cooper game to Sanzaru. Why would they be working on?
How long ago was that? If we were to get a little bit of a history lesson here, because I was out of the loop on Sly.
So, yeah, Sly's been around a very long time, right? Dude, this last game from Sly was in 2013. PS3 Vita days. I played it on both platforms, and it was awesome, but it wasn't made by Sucker Punch. Like, that's... Dude, they moved on. Straight up. They just moved on. You know who else has moved on? Naughty Dog, because we're not getting another Jak and Daxter game either. Right?
I forget about that one. That one's bothering me too.
They just reach a point in their studios that, okay, now they've evolved to that next stage, right? I think the yesteryears of the PS3 days, in leading at the very end of that life cycle and into PS4, were the heavy platformer games. That's when you got Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, which is still around today. I understand, so don't come at me in the comments and all that kind of stuff, or hit me up on Twitter. I understand that, but for the most of the studios around, right? I think Insomniac's just in a unique spot to be able to do so many other projects at once, as well as Ratchet and Clank. Jak and Daxter gone. Why? Because Naughty Dog moved on to The Last of Us. Why would they go back to Jak and Daxter? They won't. In fact, they're actually working on a brand new IP right now with the follow-up into The Last of Us Part 3. Here we are with Sucker Punch right now, moved away from Sly Cooper, have gone into Infamous and all these other games. Dude, and then Ghost of Tsushima, which took the world by storm. It is a fantastic game, and we're getting a sequel. So of course, we won't get Sly Cooper from them. Like, it just seems like a weird article.
It seems like this is a jump from PlayStation into a new era, as you said. It's gone. PlayStation 3 was much more of a focus on platformers, more all ages kind of games. But now, as we get into the current gen, it's all very mature, very mature single player narrative games.
Gone away from that cartoony art style and a much more realistic look, right? We've gone into realism instead. All right, let's get into Tom's article. Now we've gone on this beginning of a rant. Despite the rumblings, Sucker Punch isn't working on a Sly Cooper game, according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier. Earlier today, rumors began to swirl following Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb's video, quote, Perfect Dark is Summer Game Mess Update, end quote, where Grubb speculated that Sucker Punch could be working on a Sly Cooper game, which is causing Ghost of Tsushima 2 to take a long time to release. Speculating on Sly, Grubb said, quote, that's speculation, but it's definitely smoke out there. But maybe, what? Maybe where there's smoke, there's fire, end quote. Grubb's comments and speculations started to make the rounds on Twitter, with some users representing the information as fact. However, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier swooped in on the rumor to debunk it. Quote, no truth to this one, sorry to say. Sucker Punch is a one-project studio. The reason Ghost of Tsushima 2 isn't out yet is because AAA game development now takes 5 to 7 years to make. Also, Sucker Punch is smaller than most AAA game developers, end quote. He said, Scott, that makes total sense, dude. This is why we're not getting it, right? Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time was the last game back in 2013. And yeah, Sanzaru Games made that one, not Sucker Punch. They didn't even make it back to then either. I think they've just, as a studio, picked up, matured, moved on.
Makes a lot of sense that way. And look at Ghost of Tsushima and tell me that doesn't look like it takes a long time to develop. It's a gorgeous game. There's no way you're going to pump this out so quick.
Well, and the PC version's coming up, right? Now, I think that's getting ported over by another team. However, still excited to see that come over, and I cannot wait to play 2. When that's coming around, nobody knows. But we'll keep you up to date what we know over at ITGTV.com.